Mm, Good morning all. So today we'll discuss this topic. Another important topic in first mention, that is age of trees. It means how to get the age of trees if you have tree, either it's a field or standing trees. So in this session or in this discussion point, we'll discuss how to get the age of trees. So in the subsequent slide, we'll discuss all this process and everything, and then we'll understand how to find the age of trees. So first, the age of trees introduction. So first I'd like to give you some glimpses of age of trees, and or use the importance of why we need to study the age of trees. That need to be understand first, then we'll move ahead with that, right? There's one thing one should understand, that after understanding the concept of volume, or after knowing the volume, this knowledge of age of trees is another important parameter that we need to understand, right? Because as you know that it's the age indicates, basically the age indicates the time that has been elapsed, right, which the tree has taken to accumulate that much volume. Is it okay? And through this one will get the idea of rate of growth of wood capital, right? And also knowing the age of tree has knowing of age of tree is also very important for the economic point of view, because through this forest economists are able to compare the financial results of forestry as compared with another subject like agriculture and horticulture. So if we have to make a definition, so what should be the definition will be there? So age of tree is defined as the length of the time that has elapsed since the germination of the seed or the budding of the sprout or cutting from which the tree developed at that location. Is it okay? And there is one thing also we need to understand, this definition is exclude the age of nursery stock. Is it okay? That things one should understand through this definition. And knowledge of tree serves following purposes. It means what the objective should we have for knowing the trees. So let me discuss about that. So the purpose or the objective is that this age of tree is going to indicate the time required to produce the biomass. Then second thing, that this age is going to help you to find the growth rate. Then through the data of age, one can make a future prediction of volume and other parameters also there. And the another important purpose for knowing the age of tree is to compare the financial output with respect to the horticulture and agricultural species, right? So these are the basic things I have discussed about age of trees, through which one should understand the importance of knowing the age of trees here. Now, so how to determine the age of tree? There are another thing that we should know, how to determine. So there are two methods has been there. One is indirect method and second is instrumental method. So one by one we'll discuss all this method here, right? And why we need to apply both the method, because there is one thing one should understand, that because to get the age of tree is not as simple as getting the diameter or the volume of the tree, right? And if you talk about the standing trees, again it's very difficult to estimate the age. So but using all these methods in direct instrument, we are try to get the age of tree here. So let's have the determination of age of trees through this first indirect method. So indirect method we need to understand from the general appearance, journals, predict measurements, annual shoots of walls from age diameter. So one by one we'll discuss all this indirect method, right? And this indirect method is also called a non-instrumental method, because we are not using any instrument, right? And age is estimated only through indirect way. So we'll discuss the start all this indirect ways. The first indirect method is from the general appearance. It means for the general appearance we need to see these three things there: bark, taper and crown. So first we need to understand how the bark, through the seeing the bark one can estimate the age of the tree. So the color and condition of bark is different at different age of the tree, that one should understand, right? If you're going to look at the tree, and when the tree is in an earlier stage or the younger stage, the bark will be smooth, whereas older tree has a rough bark, right? And if you compare the color also, color of bark, so younger tree's bark are light in color, where is the older trees bark are dark in color. So if we talk about the bark, so these two parameter we need to understand. First, the color and condition, right? Again I am repeating, color and condition. Younger age color is light, older age color will be dark. Condition, younger age the bark will be smooth, whereas the older age bark will be rough hair. Now we talk about the taper. So again, the size and relative taper of bole or the stem is also good indicator of the age of the tree. So if you look at the younger stage, you will get a more tapering rather than the older stage. Then if you go to the crown, the size and shape of crown, that need to be size and shape, because the size and shape of crown has to change with age for some species. So there are the first general appearance. It means through seeing this bark, taper or crown, one will be able to estimate the age of the tree. But this method requires great practice and experience before actually put in the operation, right? So if a person has a good experience as a forester or good experience in the forest, he is able to use this method only. For a newcomer, it is difficult to apply all this method there. Now the next is plantation journals. So this is the most accurate way to find the age of the tree, because it is one kind of document on which every details of the plantation has to be written over there. So that's why it is the most accurate there, right? Because this plantation journal contains the detailed information about the plantation, like year of establishment, area of plantation, the map, detail of accuracy, and etc. All these necessary details about the plantation has to be incorporated there with date by date information. Is it okay? So that's why this plantation journal is the most accurate to find the age of the tree. Now the another thing is through the periodic measurement. This is again very important that one need to understand through this periodic measurements. So the first thing is that where you can apply it, this method, we can apply this method for those trees which are not producing annual rings. Listen carefully and try to understand. We are using this periodic measurement method for those species which is not producing annual rings, right? See, you can use it for annual rings also there, but in if tree has the annual rings, so there are other methods that can be applied there. So this periodic measurement you can use for both, whether the tree has an annual ring or not. So we should understand also here, right? So but basically we can stress it that we can use this periodic measurement for those species which is not producing annual rings, right? So in this method, what the things we have to do, we need to measure tree dimensions periodically for 3 periods. So let me explain you through mathematical way. So as I told you, in this method what you have to do, we need to measure tree dimensions periodic for 3 periods. So 3 periodic measurement has to be done there, right? So just look at here. For example, there is D1, D2, D3 are the diameter at subsequent measurements for 3 period, and P1, P2 are the growth per unit diameter per year during the first and second and third periodic measurements respectively. Is it okay? So from getting this information, we have this formula to get the age of the tree. Age of the tree equal to 1 upon P1 into S, where S is log P1 minus log P2, that is divided by log D1 minus log D2, and P1 is D2 minus D1 divided by N1 into D1, and P2 is D3 minus D2 divided by N into D2, and N is the period. So using this concept or using this formula, this mathematical tool, we are able to get the age of the tree which is not producing annual rings, right? So but here one data that we required, we need the data of tree dimensions periodical for 3 periods. So through this we are able to get this age of tree. Now the another method, indirect method, is using the annual shoots or whorl of branches. So one should understand that there are some tree species like Bombyx ceiba or pine, or there are some other species also which produces only one whorl or branches. See, this is whorl or branches, you can say only one whole all branches every year, right? So for such trees, we can easily estimate how many years a young tree has passed by counting its whorls or branches. So we need to count this whorls or branches, right? So you can clearly see that if you talk about the whorls or branches, it means in such type of trees, one can see all the branches of a particular year radiate from same band. If you look at the same band, all these branches has been appeared there. So we need to count all this band here, and from here we should start the counting. So start the counting from the upper side, not from the downward side. That we need to understand. Is it okay? So our job is to just count these sets of these sets of branches to estimate the age of tree. Then we need to add extra. You just look at here, this we need to extra years for the branch was that tree has probably lost at its base. So we need to add it, so we can tentatively estimate the age of the tree. As you have seen here, as I told you, we have to start the counting from the this side. So 1 2 3 4 5, all these counting have done. Then we are estimating this and this, and tentative this must be the age of the tree, as you are able to see in the image itself. And then the another and final indirect method is from age diameter curve. So again, it's a very simple method to read age from age diameter curve. So there is one example has been taken, Sal site quality 4, and this is just example of one age diameter curve, but only the purpose is to know that how to use this kind of curve here. So if you are getting this curve, you are able to estimate the age of tree also for each year. As you see that diameter has been given in this way, age is here. So easily you can estimate that if for example 20 years, this must be the age, 25 years, this must be the age, 40 years, 50 years. Similarly, as using how to, you all know that how to read the curve, how to read the graph, we can easily get this common point as the age of the tree itself and what will that particular diameter is. So through age diameter curve, you are able to estimate the age of the tree also here. So these all are the non-instrumental or indirect method that one should know to estimate the age of the tree. Now come to this age of tree using the instrument method. So there is one instrument that is very much in common to use for this. That is called increment borer, or this instrument is also called Pressler's increment borer, right? So you can see that this is the instrument that you are able to see that. And let me discuss with the process how to do the things. And you can use this instrumental method for those trees which is standing, right? If tree has been felled, so it is very easy to count the age of tree, but if tree is still standing there, then how the age can be estimated? So using this incremental borer or using this instrument, we are able to estimate. So, and one important thing also, you know that we can use this increment borer for only those species which is producing distinct annual rings. If there is no ring formation there, we can't use this increment borer there. First thing. The second thing that and we are using this instrumental method for standing tree there, right? So let me explain how the things has been done there, and through this image you are able to understand the things. So here as you look at there, this is the auger, hollow auger is there. The hollow auger is pressed against the standing tree at breast height. As you look at there in the image, this person is piercing this auger into the tree at the breast height, right? And you have to turn until the screw bit reaches the center of the tree, isn't it? And then the core of the wood is forced into the hollow auger, and borer is then given up the reverse turn to snap the core loose and permit its with an extractor. Absolutely, this is extractor that need to be inserted there with this hollow auger. This is a hollow auger, and this has to be inserted there, and then you have to take out and you'll get this kind of piece of wood from there. Let me show you in the next slide. So you'll get this kind of things there, and you just look at it, this is bit dark, so this is the hardwood center, and you have seen that dark color, light color, dark color, light color. So dark is for summer season, and this light color is for spring season. All this band of ring has been made here, right? So we are just counting all this band, and we are able to estimate the age of the tree by using this instrument that is called increment borer here. Is it okay? Now we'll move to this annual rings. So another thing is that that if the tree has been felled, so you just counting the annual rings, and let me show you. When the tree has been felled, you just get this cross section there, and then we are using counting just rings. Have you seen that all these rings has been made there? We are counting this 1 2 3 4, all the rings has been there, all the rings has to be counted, and then you are able to estimate the age of the tree. So these are the certain methods that I have discussed to age of the tree. Let me summarize it. So there are two methods, a direct and indirect method. So indirect method is a non-instrument, it means no instrument has been used there, and then we have a direct method in which we are using one instrument that is called increment borer if tree has been standing, and if tree has been felled, so only the counting of rings can be done there to estimate the age of the tree. So this is all about to how to estimate the age of the tree. Any question is welcome.